Love Anika. So we've got this basically like this takes me back, okay? Literally like a song of my generation. She's incredible.
They say things to me like they're so beautiful. Thank you. You spoke about things.
Wow, I was not expecting that at the end. Kia ora and welcome. My name's Zoe Stevie and I'm your vocal coach for today. And you know what? Someone commented recently and said, Zoe, where are all the incredible New Zealand artists? And I had to take a moment and go, oh my God, that's so true. I haven't been looking at New Zealand artists. So here I am to introduce you to Anika Moore with Youthfull. If you do not know the song, continue watching because Anika captured the zeitgeist of a generation with this song. And she's an incredible artist. Gonna help you with what she's up to with her vocal technique. I'm also gonna introduce you to a completely new song. Probably you've never heard of it before, and I absolutely love that. And what is she actually doing with her voice? Especially if you're a singer-songwriter, Anika is a fantastic singer-songwriter, so I do encourage you to look at more of her stuff. So, but we'll have a look more on the channel as well. Let's just get straight into Youthfull. This is exactly what I look for in in all performances, right? She has got no microphone. There's literally nothing. She's performing outside with her guitar. This is as raw as you can get it. We're going to hear everything that's actually going on with her voice. And if you want to learn more about how you can improve your vocal technique, then hit the subscribe button. Anika Moore!
I'm just a schoolgirl living in a fantasy world. Now I'm outspoken. Walked around for a couple of years, trying to convince myself it was a plan I was to understand it.
Love Anika. So we've got this basically like this takes me back, okay? It's literally like a song of my generation. She's incredible. Okay, Zoe, don't get too excited. So we've got a higher larynx position. Just a schoolgirl living in a fantasy world. Lots of people ask me about, can you sing in chest voice with breath? And this is exactly chest voice with breath. What's the plan? I was to understand it. Thicker vocal folds, but what's happening is they are opening, and it's that little bit of additional pressure, probably from above the vocal folds and the constricting muscles, that allows that vocal fold closure to not be so breathy. Let's just watch that again. She's keeping the volume low, though, at the same time. We can have chest voice and low volume.
Outspoken. Walked around for a couple of years, trying to convince myself it was a plan I was to understand it. They said things to me like they're so beautiful. Thank you. You spoke about things like.
Oh, I couldn't hear that, but I'm assuming someone just said that you're beautiful. So they said things to me like you're so beautiful. She's not, you can see that. I mean, look, she's been singing this song for many, many, many moons. Okay. So there is a degree of like, it is in her body. She doesn't need to try as hard as it looks like I'm trying in that moment. Haven't sung this song in a very long time. So we've got an increase in the thyroid tilt there, which allows her to go higher in the range and still stay in that breathy thick fold. Watch though the way, even though she's like hunched over a guitar, watch the way that she changes her body position slightly in order to help support that sound.
Living in a fantasy world, now I'm outspoken.
And you can see that I'm outspoken. That need for her to bring the chin forward is often the way that our body thinks that we've got too much tension going on here. So it's trying to release the tension on those vocal folds. So we allow the head to come forward. Now, again, Anika Moore's been singing this song for a really long time. She can do whatever she wants. But what that often does is add more tension to the sound in a lot of singers. So I would ask a singer to sit up taller, sit up taller and not allow the chin to come forward, because it tends to have the opposite effect. But again, you're just going to notice that it's a perfect angle.
Walked around for a couple of years, trying to convince myself it was a plan I was to understand it.
I don't think that she's in falsetto. There was a plan to understand it. I don't think that she's actually in falsetto there. We've still got quite a lot of vocal fold closures. There's a decent amount of timbre in the sound. And so when we're talking about vocal fold closure, we can hear this sort of a depth to the sound, and you know that she's going to be able to get louder on it. So we're not going to hear a huge timbre change now into the chorus.
They said things to me like you're so beautiful. Thank you. They spoke about things like much to your church. You're youthful. You can't hide behind that face. You're so youthful. Sit tight and stare.
Just to give you a little bit of context, she's actually singing this at Christchurch Men's Prison. So it must be like, I don't know, the person sitting beside her, like what the context is if she was meant to be singing. But just to like give you a reference, this was one of the most famous songs in New Zealand for a really long period of time. Like if Anika was to go in anywhere and sing this song and there was any millennial and above there, we would all be able to sing along. Like this was quintessentially New Zealand for a very, very long time. And it's still like considered one of our standard like classic songs. So let's just go. You said things to me like you're so beautiful. The perfect example of thicker vocal folds, but not necessarily going really, really loud. We can still be in thicker vocal folds and not necessarily increase the volume hugely. Thicker vocal folds is really about what vocal quality we're going to be singing. And if she was to go thin, she'd be, they said things to me like you're so beautiful. We would hear, and I say a much thinner sound, but we would also hear less resonance going on. Let's just go back on that.
Things to me like you're so beautiful. Thank you. They spoke about things like much to your church. You're youthful. You can't hide behind that face. You're so youthful.
And then you can go, you're so youthful. That's where she's going into the falsetto. You're so youthful. And then she's going back into that thicker vocal fold.
Behind that face, you're so youthful. Sit tight and stare. Silence stalks me, pushes me through. I feel so broken. Turn the lights on a couple of times.
Oh, I absolutely love that. So you can hear as well when she go, this is the Kiwi accent coming in. I absolutely love it.
Silence stalks me, pushes me through. I feel so broken.
I feel so broken. It's actually extremely difficult to sing in a Kiwi accent so it comes out sounding like a Kiwi, but we can do it with slightly more of those open vowels lower in the range. Otherwise, feel so broken, rather than go feel so broken. If we kind of like squeeze them a little bit, sounds very Australian. So I absolutely love that. You can also see that there's a relaxing going on in the lower jaw there, and the sort of the lip is coming forward. So the tendency for the Kiwis to do that, well, for us to do that with those slightly lower vowels.
Silence stalks me, pushes me through. I feel so broken. Turn the lights on a couple of times to see if you would exchange.
I love that someone starts beatboxing. This is honestly like a version of if you were to go, I just love that about New Zealand. Like everyone joins in. That's just, I just absolutely love that. So when we've got, you heard her laugh there. That is the vocal folds coming even thicker. Ha, 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 ha. There was a definite change in the volume there. So that's what I'm meaning about thicker vocal folds with the breath. We have the decrease in the volume. And we've got a little bit of that constriction going on. So it's almost like taking a bit more of that. The constriction is adding in more vocal fold closure, but it needs to be there. Otherwise, we're going to have quite a washy, thicker vocal fold sound, and it's not going to be quite as pointed as we're wanting. I kind of feel like, am I even making sense in this moment? I hope so.
Turn the lights on a couple of times to see if you would exchange. I would not know if you turn them on. Keep going. They say things to me like so wonderful. They spoke about things like I love you 'cause you're youthful. Can't hide behind that face. You're so youthful. Yeah, I'll tell you it. Take it away, Mr. Scribe.
Hey yo, this is dedicated to my haters. They so blatant, I just take it, use it as my motivation. I'm shining like a diamond mine, climbing high to the sky from my escape. Tightrope walking on them, praying God don't let my wire break. I spit them flame, burn that boot 'cause I gotta record in the fire plate. Crying fake, hot enough to melt that sun on the stars. I dry your lakes, these rappers soft as 80s rock. I made it here from dire straits, no time to waste. You say I won't, I say fuck you, I'ma find a way. Haters turning blind eyes on me like the pirate on the Raiders. They thought I was gonna fade to black. Now motherfucker, the Crusaders back to slay the whack, pay them back, kill them every time that I lay these tracks. And I made it from the underdog to the favorite to the greatest till I made on that, marinate on that. Oh, 'cause the flow so cold, you skate on that. Hoping enough for you to go blaze on that. You can take every single track that I made and put PNC and Dave on that. And it still ain't gonna change no fact. Oh, I heard him say that Scott fell off, or tell them that I came on back. I'm youthful. Say that Scott fell off, or tell them that I came on back. I'm youthful.
Yeah. Anyway.
That is so cool. Wow, I was not expecting that at the end. I don't think that was planned. Because I don't really, to be honest, I have to go and listen to the song again because I don't remember. I know there was like a bit of a rap section in there. Okay, maybe. I'm going to say that. I'm going to be like, oh, regretting it. I'll go and look at the original. Let's just go back on that a little bit.
Turn the lights on a couple of times to see if you would exchange. I would not know if you turn them on. Keep going. They say things to me like so wonderful. They spoke about things like I love you 'cause you're youthful. Can't hide behind that face. You're so youthful.
And you can hear, oh, so useful. I absolutely love that. You know, from a strumming perspective, this is such a cool song to work on if you're a singer-songwriter. Using those little mutes and those stops, it adds so much more punch to the song rather than just doing the down, down, up, up, down, up. So I do really encourage you, if you are someone who plays the guitar and sings at the same time, play around with some of these different strumming patterns. Or actually, I went to a couple of guitar lessons many moons ago, and I literally just said to the teacher, I was like, and they're a singer-songwriter, and I said, like, I need to make my guitar playing cooler. And so he showed me some ways in which I could just change the strumming slightly to make it more interesting from a guitarist perspective. So I do really encourage you to go and get a couple of lessons if that is something that you're wanting to do to play your own music at the same time. But you can definitely use this as a way to practice those strumming patterns.
That face, you're so youthful. Yeah, I'll tell you it.
Hey yo, this is dedicated to my haters. They so blatant, I just take it, use it as my motivation. I'm shining like a diamond mine, climbing high to the sky for my escape. Tightrope walking on and praying, God don't let my wire break. I spit them flame, burn that boot cause I gotta record in the fireplace. Crying fake, hot enough to melt that sun on the stars. I dry your lakes, these rappers soft as 80s rock. I made it hit from dire straits, no time to waste. You say I won't, I say fuck you, I'ma find a way. Haters turning blind eyes on me like a pirate on a Raiders cap. They thought I was gonna fake to black. Now motherfuckers, the Crusaders back to slay the whack. Pay them back, kill them every time that I lay these tracks. And I made it from the underdog to the favorite to the greatest. Till I made on that, marinate on that. Oh, cause the flow so cold, you can skate on that. Open up for you to go blaze on that.
Oh, I think she did just say that was Scribe, right? I mean, God, I've been like out of... Let me just double check that. Yes. I thought that was Scribe because I thought she just said Scribe. So Scribe is one of New Zealand's, like New Zealanders. He was a massive rapper back in the day. I'm not actually sure what he's up to right now. But we can hear absolutely every single word that he is saying in this song. And it is so important that... Look, I'm not a rapper, so I'm not going to pretend to teach anyone rap, but I do teach articulation and making sure that we're understandable on stage. And it isn't just about practicing how to sing really, really like how to speak really, really fast. It is actually about making sure, well, this is one way you can kind of just practice again and again and again. But the way in which we actually strengthen the muscles that we do know now is we've got to make sure that we're training the cheek muscles, the lip muscles, the facial muscles, the tongue, so that it makes these sorts of things much easier, and we gain a lot of stability. So whether that's that, you know, you're wanting to work on your rapping, or you're actually just wanting to make sure that you can sing quietly and not feel like you're kind of slurring your words the whole time, I have a training system for you. You can check it out in the description below, because I'm going to take you through what I work with my online Vocal Academy students with to improve their strength and stamina within their vocal tract. And they've all been saying, holy shit, Zoe, this program is like the best that you've come out with, because they are finding so much more stability, and you don't even have to sing in this program. I know, I'll leave it there. Check it out in the description below. For like literally for 2 minutes a day, you're going to see huge improvements in your singing.
Take every single track that I made and put PNC and label on that. And I still ain't gonna change no fact. Oh, I heard him say that Scott fell off. Well, tell them that I came on back. I'm youthful.
Yeah. Anyway.
Absolutely love that. That is so fantastic. And Anika Moore is just an incredible performer. And you know what? I've never actually gotten to see her live, and I hope I can change that really, really soon. So if you want to know about an artist that has really, I don't want to say stood the test of time, but like an artist who has had a career over a longer period of time, who you might not actually know of, but has had a successful career in New Zealand, then I really do encourage you to check out Anika Moore. Her music's also just really fucking good as well. So, you know, regardless, check her out. I'll put a link in the description below. And just remember, everyone can learn to sing. You're amazing. I absolutely love that song. And I want you to post in the comments, though, if you do a cover of it, or if you perform it, then let me know. I would love to see some videos. So have an awesome rest of your day. Check out some more vocal technique up here. And just remember, you're amazing. Mwah. Ka kite anō.